Hey guys, so I just want to talk to you today. Oh my god. I want to talk to you today about how I started to fix my credit and what I recommend to anybody in the same position who is looking to fix their credit. Okay? I was 27 years old. I wanted a brand new car. I couldn't find anywhere where they would give me a car, not even like a buy here pay here. I was having trouble everywhere, and I didn't know why I was having so much trouble. And I knew I could afford the car. It was more than obvious that I could afford the monthly payments and I could afford the deposit. I just wasn't getting approved because I had bad credit. So I went home and I started to get serious and I fixed my credit within a month and then got the approval for a brand new Corolla. And Toyota is the best, FYI. Not that they're sponsoring this video or anything like that, but little side note. And then I went to Credit Karma because they had these commercials that they were free and all that. So I went to Credit Karma. I went to Credit Sesame, and that's another one that's similar to Credit Karma. They don't charge for you to review your credit on a regular basis. And I like it because everybody says, a lot of people like to say, not everybody, but a lot of people like to say that they're not good because it's not always accurate and this and that. And let me tell you, that is a lie. It might not be 100% the best because maybe the credit score number itself isn't as accurate as it should be. But if you are spending or overspending this month, and let's say you spent an extra $200 and now you max out your credit card, it's going to show on Credit Karma and on Credit Sesame just as quick as it would on anything else. So I don't believe the hype. I think it's just because they're a company that are supposed to, like, I guess, like advertising for something else for their own gain, but really it's free, so who cares? Anyway, so I went to them and I saw all this like negative marks that I had on my credit, and I didn't realize I had so many bad things on there. So I disputed every negative remark I had on there. Everything that I had in collections, I disputed it, and I didn't contact the collection agency themselves. I went to the credit bureau. So I went to the website for Experian, the website for TransUnion, and the website for Equifax, and I got my a dispute form and my credit report from Credit Karma, circled, real big circles, and I highlighted, girlfriend. Okay, yes, honey, I highlighted whatever needed to be fixed and removed so that they could see what I'm seeing. There would be no problems. So I did that with the dispute form and I sent them out. I waited 30 days because that's usually what it takes, 30 days for them to come back and say that this is your debt. Now, a lot of times the credit bureau will ask you for more information if they need it, like proof of address, your ID, like your license or something like that. So that would be a good tip. You want to give them proof that you are who you say you are. So you want to send it with a dispute form. You want to send it with the copy of the credit report, and you also want to give a copy of your driver's license. I went as far as giving a copy of my social. I wanted them to have no doubt that I am who I am and I want this removed. And it worked. A lot of my stuff got removed. I think I had only one problems with one account, and they needed extra proof of proving that I am who I am, and that's what happened. Eventually, it got removed, but either way, with getting most of those things removed, that alone jumped my credit score like 40 points. I was shocked. I went back into the dealership, and they didn't even think about it. They signed me up, and I think I only had like a 640 at that point, which was great coming from like a 500 something because of all the negative points on my all of the negative marks on my credit. The next thing I recommend is getting a secured credit card. It's annoying, I know. You don't want to do a secured credit card. That's how I felt. I got decent credit now. I don't need to get a secured credit card, I thought to myself. I'm not sure if this is something that's always been around or what, but I tried it out, gave it a shot, and it didn't go so bad. I got first a Bank of America credit card, secured credit card, and I put down $200 as a deposit for, I think, or was it $300? It was a $300, I'm sorry, for a $300 credit limit. And it has stayed at $300 since I've got it. So don't get it if you want something that's going to increase, because it's not. And I've had so many fights with them on wanting them to increase it, increase the limit, but they won't. The only reason why I still have that card is because it's my oldest standing card, and I don't want to delete any good credit history that I've already reported by having it. So, it's going to suck, but whatever. And they don't give you back the deposit. So, anywhere that you read that they will give you back the deposit, they don't. So, just get over that idea. My favorite one out of all the secured credit cards is the Capital One secured credit card. The reason being is because it's only $49 to sign up. Dude, $49? That's crazy. Like, anybody can do it. I remember the first time I tried doing something like this, I was only making like $250 a week. I don't know if that's TMI or whatever, but still, I was only making $250 a week, which I'm sure plenty of people out there make regularly now. And I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get a secured credit card with a decent credit limit if I'm not going to be able to put down that deposit? My struggle was putting down the deposit because making payments is fine. I'm not going to be able to make $300 deposit and not be able to use that money. That was my big issue, not being able to use it. So that's that. This one was $49, not 50, not 51.99 or 49.99 going up to 50. No, girl, it was $49. I went to their website, signed up like all the other ones, got the approval letter, and then they give you the option. They let you know, listen, this is what you qualify for. I think they say on their thing on their website it was between 49 to like $200 a deposit, depending on how bad your credit was. They were going to review it and send you a letter. So they sent me the letter. I didn't get approval on the spot. They sent me the letter and they said that I needed to put down $49. I was in there like swimmer. I put down the $49 and I had a $300 credit limit. I was in love. Like, this is the best. I don't know why other companies don't do it the same way. I don't know. But that's that. And they give you a credit increase. Excuse me. Sorry, so now they like, but they give you a credit increase. The other companies, I'm not too sure, but I've had them for a while, and not once have I been able to get a credit increase, even with me going out of my way and asking multiple times. Like, I've asked, I think 3 times on each until I gave up, and I was like, you know what, forget it. This is what it is. I'm not gonna keep fighting over it. So this one actually gives you a credit increase and you don't even have to ask for it. They do it automatically to your account every like 6 months. So you start off with 300, you start paying off the account, you get 500, you start paying off the account, you get 1,000. And you keep going like that. I mean, obviously you're going to have to keep paying off the credit limit, making sure that you're not maxing it out every month. But I remember when I got the first increase, I was maxing out. I had like $300 and I got the $500 increase. I got the $200 increase to make it a $500 credit limit. And I was using almost a lot of it, almost all of it. It was my favorite one for that $49 deposit. It's the only one that I use on a regular basis. Like the other ones, I have them on the back burner just in case. But my favorite one, my go-to card is this one just because of that. I love Capital One officially as of now, like as of that day, forever and forever. So that's the main thing. You want to make payments. You want to make sure you're making a little bit more than minimum payment. You want to try and make, a big chunk. If you use $100, pay $50, $70, $80. Don't just pay the minimum because that's not really going to get you anywhere. And the point is that you're going to be using this on a regular basis. I use it to pay most of my bills and then I pay it off at the end of the month and then just keep it that way. But that's my rant on that. Capital One is the way to go for a secured card. And then whatever your limit is on the card, you want to divide that by 3, and that's the spending limit you want to have. And you don't want to pay it off right away. So let's say you buy something, let's say you have $300. Let's keep it simple, right? Let's say you have $300 on a credit and you buy something for $30. That is the max you want to put on a $300 credit limit credit card. 30 bucks. No more than that. If you have to, because it's life and death and you're going through some things and God is with you, homegirl, you're going to put 50%. If you have to max it out, do it and then bring it back down to that 50%. 30% is the ideal though. If you have more than one, you don't want to max them out more than 50% on all three. Yeah, the rule of thumb is to divide it by three, 10%, 30%, whatever. But realistically talking, you don't want to go past 50% on all of them at one time. So if you're using this one and you have you use 50% of its credit limit, go on to the next one. And if you have to use it up to the 50% credit limit, stop at that limit and then start paying it down. You don't ever want to use all of it. Okay. And I hope that helps. That's really all it is, paying it on time and paying more than just the minimum. And you should be good. Good luck.